Everyone, myself Morambe Kaveri, going to present internship done on the topic analysis and prediction of chronic kidney disease using data mining approach under the guidance of Professor Adarsh Lakshetty sir. Here comes the company profile, that is Kinnovative Softtech. This company's vision is to provide the best services to the customer for assessing classified services at a single platform. Also, it provides the training services on the various technical disciplines like data science, machine learning, and deep learning. It is the leading consultancy and training body that has been operational in the Karnataka with a dedicated panel of experts from IT industry. Here comes the data science using Python. Data science is nothing but the interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, and algorithms. It only focuses on extracting the knowledge from the data sets, which are typically large. Also, machine learning is the study of computer algorithms that improve automatically through experience. And the Python is the most popular and general purpose programming language suitable for a variety of tasks in machine learning. 57% of the data scientists use Python language and 33% prefer other languages. Here comes the contents: introduction, block diagram, data mining techniques, data set, task performed, advantage and disadvantages, result, conclusion, reference. Introduction. Data mining is in healthcare has become a present trend for obtaining accurate results of medical diagnosis. So, the chronic kidney disease has become an international fitness problem as a place of concern. It is a situation where the kidneys turn out to be damaged and cannot filter toxic waste within the frame. By using this technique, we have scope to predict the chronic kidney disease. This data mining technique helps to diagnose and suggest the treatment at an early stage. Chronic kidney disease is the disease that results in a gradual loss of kidney functionality which could lead to the death. It is a growing problem worldwide. Therefore, we have to bring some more attention to it. It consists of the 5 stages, and there are ways of progression of kidney failure could be slowed down or stopped. This could able to contribute the early discovering of the patients who have developed CKD by looking into a number of factors which are said to be helpful while trying to indicate if a person has actually developed CKD. Next comes the causes. There are 3 main causes of the CKD: high blood pressure, glomerulonephritis, polycystic kidney disease. The main cause of chronic kidney disease is diabetes mellitus, which is followed by the high blood pressure and glomerulonephritis. Other cause of CKD include idiopathic, that is small kidneys or renal ultrasound. It together cause about 75% of all adult cases. Historically, kidney disease have been classified according to the part of kidney anatomy involved. Also, vascular disease includes large vessels disease such as bilateral linear artery and small vessel disease such as ischemic nephropathy. Glomerular disease comprises a diverse group and is classified into primary glomerular disease and focal segmental glomerulosis. Next comes the sign and symptoms. CKD is initially the symptom and is generally only detected as an increase in serum creatinine or protein in the urine. As the kidney function decreases, blood pressure is increased. Blood pressure is increased due to the fluid overload and production of vasoactive hormones created by the kidney. Urea accumulates, leading to azotemia and ultimately uremia. Due to its high systematic circulation, urea is excreted in eccrine sweat and high concentration and crystallizes on the skin as the sweat evaporates. Potassium accumulates in the blood because Hyperkalema usually does not develop until the glomerular filtration rate falls less than 20 to 25 milliliter per minute, at which the point of kidneys have decreased ability to excrete potassium. Next comes the stages of the kidney. First stage is slightly diminished function. Kidney damage with normal or relatively high GFR, that is glomerular filter rate, and persistent albuminemia. Here the kidney damage is defined as pathological abnormalities. Stage 2, mild reduction in GFR, where the kidney damage is defined as pathological abnormalities or markers of damage, including abnormalities in blood or urine tests or imaging studies. Step 3 comes moderate reduction in GFR. It distinguishes between the stage 3A and stage 3B for purpose for screening and referral. Stage 4, severe reduction in GFR, preparation for renal replacement therapy. Stage 5, established kidney failure, permanent renal replacement therapy or end stage kidney disease. Next comes the diagnosis of the chronic kidney disease. Here the testing includes electrolytes, blood urine nitrogen, creatinine, phosphate, calcium, complete blood count, where urinalysis with examination of urine sediments, electrolytes, urine nitrogen. Sometimes specific serological tests are needed to determine the cause. Quantitative urine protein, ultrasonography. An ultrasound examination of the kidney is usually helpful in evaluating for obstructive uropathy and distinguishes acute kidney injury based on the kidney size. Sometimes renal biopsy. This renal biopsy is done when the kidney's renal function reaches value close to those of the end stage renal disease. Definitive diagnosis tool is the renal biopsy. Next comes the block diagram. Here the chronic kidney disease is based on the UCI machine learning dataset. From there, the future extraction and the reductions using CFS with different searching methods. There are different searching methods for the reduction of the CFS in the CKD. After that, the reduction of the sets and the phases are classified using the CFS that is assigned the objects to the target and used classes for final result production. The classification is done on the basis of the algorithm, that is expectation maximization algorithm is used and C4.5 algorithm is used. After that, the decision space, that is the chronic kidney disease is present or is not present, is defined. Next comes the data mining techniques. The data mining techniques are clustering. It is one of the method of grouping the information. Grouping is accomplished by finding similar characteristics of actual information. Classification is done on basis of the data mining that assigns the objects in group or targets. The first technique is expectation maximization algorithm. It is a type of clustering technique that will come under model based method, which depend upon the probability distribution. Here the chronic kidney disease data set is the input and the output is given in the form of 5 clusters. Next comes the artificial neural network. It is the order procedure that is normally useful to determine the mining applications. Here the output of the expectation maximization algorithm is the input to the artificial neural network and output is calculated as the accuracy, precision and recall. Next comes the C4.5 algorithm. It is a type of classification algorithm. It is enhancement of the ID3 algorithm. It handles the discrete as well as the continuous values. Next comes the data sets. This is the information about the CKD. It consists of the 25 number of values. It includes the class as well as the labels. There are 400 number of instances. Also, these are the values which comes under the CKD dataset, and if the missing values are controlled by the data preprocessing stage. Next comes the attributes. The clinical data consists of the patient's record which has been considered for analysis, and the data set is taken from UCI machine learning. There are 25 attributes in the data set. Numerical and nominal values of attributes are considered. These attributes are used in CKD for data mining technique for classification and clustering. Next comes the task performed. Here we start some of the loading packages which helps us to visualize the data. Here, with the help of pandas, we load the data set and print some basic information. First, here we have used here the Anaconda software, where the language used is the Python, and in the Python the Jupyter notebook is launched. Some of the library packages are installed and run on the Jupyter notebook. Here comes the output for the CKD in the form of accuracy, precision and recall. Advantages: it helps physicians to identify effective treatments and best practices. Patients exploit better and greater healthcare services. Also, it increases its speeds for faster analysis, improved operational efficiency and reduces the cost, and gets the large data sets. It can extract the predictive knowledge from larger database. Disadvantages: here the data ownership issues comes under the disadvantages. Also, the misuse of the incorrect information can be done. The legal, social and ethical issues are come forward. Privacy and security is related to the human data administration comes, and the issues and the security issues involves in it. Result: this is the result which is based on the accuracy. Here, using the expected maximization algorithm, 70% of accurate result is given. Also, through C4.5 algorithm, 96.75% of the accurate result we have got, and through the artificial neural network, 75% of the result is given. So, the conclusion comes that C4.5 algorithm is more accurate for the prediction of chronic kidney disease, whether the patient is affected from the disease or not. Expected maximization, clustering algorithm and artificial neural network, and C4.5 algorithm are the classification algorithms which are used for prediction of disease. When accuracy was calculated, 70% results the EM algorithm, 75% results the artificial neural network algorithm, and 96.5% results the C4.5 algorithm. That is, C4.5 algorithm is more accurate. Here are some of the references that have been referred for the CKD. Thank you.